is going on these days? A lot of people are going back to Nigeria. Yeah, this one is not hearsay. I have someone that I know that came to Kitchener, where I live, going back to Nigeria.
Nigerians in Nigeria, you guys still don't get it. People are starting to relocate back to Nigeria. I don't mean old people. Young, successful people are starting to relocate back to Nigeria. Amidst the corruption, the bad roads, the insecurity, the problems everywhere, people are still coming back.
I want to move to Nigeria. Yes, I said it. A lot of people would be a bit surprised because more or less it's like, well, you live in England and why would you want to go back to Nigeria? I have many reasons why I want to go back to Nigeria.
Hey guys, I have a question that I feel like I have a partial answer to it. The question is, why do you think people are moving back home? And when I mean people, I mean younger adults. I'm not talking about people who are retired and who have like their pensions, who are just ready to go back to Africa. I'm talking about younger adults. I'm talking about younger females and younger males, or relocating back to Nigeria. Recently, I type in on my TikTok, like moving back to Nigeria, and it's a lot of videos popping up and people are just like moving en masse to Nigeria. And I feel like one of the answers that I have to it is the fact that people are seeking identity and people are trying to have meaningful life, and people are tired of like the monthly subscriptions that we have to leave being abroad. I'm talking about like the US, the UK, and Canada, and other places that is not Africa. So but what do you guys really think? Because I remember talking about this topic and everyone literally came from my head. So I want to know, what do you guys think?
A lot of people have been asking me why I would leave America and come move to Nigeria. It's a valid question because I wasn't born or raised here. But to answer your question, why not? If there's an opportunity to potentially advance your career, why not? One of my classmates in aviation school jokingly said that I came back to suffer. Then another person told me that I am taking opportunities away from other cabin crew members who haven't received jobs yet. Now, those statements in itself tell me everything I need to know. Obviously, I'm not suffering. And secondly, jobs in Nigeria, they don't just present themselves. You have to create that opportunity. I created an opportunity. I created space for myself, and that job was for me and not anybody else. I just hate when people project their insecurities on you because I'm doing just fine. And I'm so happy living here. Aside from living here, when it comes to your career, I don't think people realize how important it is to diversify your network, even if it means moving. People move all the time in the US. People will move from one state, move to New York for modeling, or move to LA for influencing, whatever the case may be. It's the same concept. If you don't have any children, any mouths to feed, or any immediate responsibilities that requires you to stay in one place, move around. You're only young once. Live wherever you want, at least once in your life. Live in another country if you can. Like, it's the best thing I've ever done for myself.
So guys, today I'm going to be telling you some of the few reasons why I have decided I'm going to be moving back to Nigeria. Yes, I said it. I am moving back home. Do you see the glow up on my face just talking about the fact that I'm moving to Nigeria? Do you see how I feel? Number one is going to be my mental health. Like, there is no amount of supplement that you take. There is no amount of therapy that you would do that you will not constantly be in a battle with your mental health because you are living in a place where you don't feel fulfilled. You just don't have that sense of fulfillment. You're lonely, you're bored. You just feel like there's so much you could be doing out there besides the same 9 to 5. We just go to work, come back, repeat. And your 2 days off, you want to clean, you want to do your laundry. You don't even want to go anywhere. You want to be in bed. And then you're just like too exhausted. And before you know it's a Monday, you have to go back. It's just not how I want to live.
Nigerians in Nigeria, you guys still don't get it. People are starting to relocate back to Nigeria. I don't mean old people. Young, successful people are starting to relocate back to Nigeria. Amidst the corruption, the bad roads, the insecurity, the problems everywhere, people are still coming back. And you've not even stopped to ask yourself why. I've been wondering, because I mean, when you see people that are doing well say, oh, I don't want to be here anymore, I want to go back home. You that is here, you have to ask questions, and you're wondering, why do people want to go back home? Why are people going back home? Like, how can someone in a first world country that is not a missionary, that has comfort, a good level of comfort, structure, everything that they've always wanted, and they decide that they want to go back to a third world country and stay there? It's just one answer I can give you: identity. Identity is something that is laced with you. Even if you change continents, it's ingrained inside of you. Young people are starting to feel out of place, especially young people that have lived in Nigeria and then relocated to any country outside Nigeria. They miss the country. And more than just the country, they miss the people, whether it's their family, whether it's their relatives, their friends. Also, they just miss the atmosphere. Guys, you may not understand this if you've never had to live outside of your environment. But if you have, then you kind of relate to what is going on. People are starting to see that more than just the comfort, they miss just being in touch with their roots. They miss being in touch with their origin, where they're from, the people that they've known all their lives, and they want to go back to that. Now, it doesn't mean that they don't have like a plan B of what they're going to do while they're back in Nigeria, or that they don't have, like a job or a business, or nah, they have all that planned out. But just being around the people, being around that space is something that people are starting to crave. And trust me, if you're a Nigerian in Nigeria trying to relocate outside the country, you're going to also deal with that. You're going to also deal with the identity crisis of being out of place, or feeling out of place in whatever country you are. You're going to miss that. You're going to want to go back to that. I'm never going to act like it's not going to happen. It's going to happen to you. It happens to the best of us, to our parents, to us. Everybody's going to deal with it. But what do you do in those times? Make sure that you are giving yourself a goal and a target of what you're going to achieve within a set amount of years, so that by the time you're heading back, you're not heading back to start afresh, but you're continuing your life in peace and with a good structure, financially, emotionally, and otherwise.
I want to move to Nigeria. Yes, I said it. A lot of people would be a bit surprised because more or less it's like, well, you live in England and why would you want to go back to Nigeria? I have many reasons why I want to go back to Nigeria. Africa is the future. Unfortunately, I've taken a couple of trips to Nigeria and not been successful in getting a job. So I'm a qualified environmental health officer. I did a degree in environmental health. And I've tried to see what sector I can fit in, which I can. There are so many sectors, but the problem is trying to get in through the door, which is quite difficult. Which makes me understand why people just leave, because after the whole frustration of trying to get a job, you start to think to yourself, I'll probably just go to a society where I can work. I've been blessed to live in England. I've been blessed to have access to England. So say I decided to leave, I can always go back. So I'm not one of those people that will be like, you know what, I'm tired of England, I'm leaving the country. Yes, I know I do have that privilege and I appreciate it. But that didn't come without sacrifice. I worked hard for it. I went through a program where it was a point-based system, and eventually I was able to secure my permanent residency in the UK. However, I'm going to be honest, I've always wanted to go back to Nigeria. Some people have suggested I do a business, but some people have also said business is fail in Nigeria. So you can see when people encourage, there's always that aspect where you are discouraged. So I've been watching a lot of Jackpada videos, seeing people that have moved back and been doing really well. It would be very nice to hear from you guys, because I really, really want to go to Nigeria. The truth is, the love, the warmth, the community is something I crave now. Is it old age? I don't know. But if I'm being honest, anyone I speak to, I tell them all the time, I want to move back to Nigeria. It's something I've always wanted. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I thought I'd make a video. So it'll be something I'd be like, yeah, I made this video and look, here I am today. So anyone who's been able to move back and been able to deal with the challenges, I commend you. I would love to hear from you. I want to know what your experiences is like. Do you have any regrets? And to be honest, I don't think I'm going to have any regrets, because it's home, it's my homeland. I do love England to a certain extent. However, I'm just a bit tired. So I want to move back to Nigeria. Let me know. Give me any advice, tips, and please don't discourage me, because it's my home at the end of the day.
What is going on these days? A lot of people are going back to Nigeria. Yeah, this one is no hearsay. I have someone that I know that came to Kitchener, where I live, going back to Nigeria. Why? Honestly, her case is even different, because she's rich, they have businesses and everything in Nigeria. This one is even into politics. But what is going on? It's so tough compared to when I came. For real. Things are like, is it that people don't have the patience to even wait anymore, or what is happening? The job is not really there, but I think you can get something doing, even if it's a small factory job, people gotta do something. A lot of people are going back. If you're here, you've not really settled down and you don't have that patience. I don't know. You gotta have the patience though. I know people that came here as a student, and when they were in school and that first 1-2 years they were complaining, but right now they're doing very well. Okay, so Canada will teach you patience. Even when applying for your visa, they will teach you patience. While you are staying inside the country, in fact, that patience, you go times time by 100. You need to have that patience when you're in Canada. You need to have that patience to go with the process. You know, things are not so magical anymore. When I came, it was even a bit easier. You know, this was like 9 years ago, but things have changed.
Do not come to Nigeria with a know-it-all mentality, because Nigeria was doing fine without you, and if you don't move back, if you were not here, Nigeria will still be doing fine. So don't ever try to impose your mentality or whatever it is you're working on the people that have already been thriving here. It's good to come with like, oh, I want to make an impact, I want to be part of the Nigerian economy. Yes, do that, but don't disregard everything that's already going on in the country. Like, have respect for your country. Hey, like, listen, Nigeria is not the best. It is not the best, but Nigeria has changed and it continues to change. There's so much foreign investment going on. People are literally doing things both on the government level and on a personal/private level. Like, so many businesses are coming up. I see wonderful women doing amazing online. Like, the retail space is booming with opportunities and options. Like, there's nothing you can't find in Nigeria at this moment. So have respect for all the things that are already here and just respectfully add your business to the, where is my brush? Respectfully add your business to the mix without disrespecting people's, livelihoods and people's way of life. Is it the best way of life? No. But if America was the best way of life, you wouldn't be thinking about coming back either. So there's that. Where the fuck is the rush? You guys, social media is giving me a freaking headache. Like, I have it. Like, when you know what you want to say, but it's kind of like, showing up on social media is a completely different ballgame. I think showing up on social media is one of the hardest things, and I really respect people who are able to create videos that add value in this community, because even if your heart is in the right place, it's just so difficult to do. When you don't have the know-how, it's so difficult to do, to be online. Like, at least for me, I don't know if like comes naturally to others, and I'm just the one struggling. But it's so hard for me.